Reginald Oglethorpe. What do you do?
Well, first things first, I'll go and see if I can have a chat with Svanhild,
Okay.
bailiff.
So she's a red dragonborn. Looks like she's got a bruise, not in the way that humans have a bruise, but it is darkening around her eye ridge. No eyebrows, eye ridge. She says, "Welcome, traveler. You've come at a dark time, but don't have any fear. I'm sure nothing will happen to you today."
Well, I appreciate the welcome. Name's Reginald. You can call me Reggie if you like. Sounds like you got yourself some trouble here. Do you know how many folks? Like, what happened to you?
A man calling himself Justin the Unassailable approached me a few hours ago and beat me with a club while demanding our goods and our horses.
I heard his list of demands there. That's quite a lot of stuff. I think that might be more than y'all can spare.
We are not unsustainable, but we do not have many bounties to offer, especially to those who neither live here nor work here.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Do you have any idea how many men he's got? How many folks besides him?
I believe it is just him.
Really? Just him?
He is quite strong.
Quite strong. Well,
that is not to say that a good knight could not easily strike him down, but I am no weakling.
Hey, he took you down.
I was bested, yes.
What about you and me? Do you think the two of us together, we got a shot?
All right, so for those of you watching at home, there was another technical problem, just like there was during the last person's episode. All right, so you said the two of us together think we have a shot, and she says, I am no fighter, but I think that perhaps we could gather those around the village. Are you sure that this is the wisest course of action to antagonize him?
Not sure yet. I really think we need to know a little bit more about what he's got in his pocket. One guy out there in the wilderness, get enough folks together, I think we can take him. But if he's got more, if there's some friends of his waiting in the back watching, I think that's more dangerous. We got to know more.
So I'm sorry, why would you do this for us? I must ask first.
That's a fair question. I'll be honest. I just can't abide a bully.
Very well. Your name is Reginald, you say?
Yeah.
I will go around and see who I can find who might fight back. This town does not have many with arms or armor, but I will speak with the barkeep and see if, as a former mercenary, he would be willing to join us.
Oh, yeah. I heard he's got a peg leg, right? Somebody talked about that.
Yes. It might be difficult for him, but if we could ride him out on a horse, perhaps he could fight from atop it.
Maybe we can draw him into an ambush. Do you have any idea where he's staying, Justin?
We believe, at least I saw him ride off to the northeast, which I think he'll probably be holding the pass to Saberhold in order to keep anyone from coming in or gathering the city guard of Saberhold.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard somebody's plan was to see if we could sneak somebody up there and bring him back. Well, yeah, I think we should definitely talk to some folks, see who's willing to fight. But in the meantime, I could maybe do a little scouting, head out to the northeast a little ways.
Very well.
See what he's doing.
Try to remain safe. It's more important that visitors and guests like yourself are protected by the town than that you protect us. But if you are offering your services in our time of need, I will not turn you away in the name of Sir Toric.
Sir Toric, yeah, you said he's been gone a long time.
He has been gone for quite a while. It is the nature of one who must undertake quests as a knight.
Yeah. Have you heard back from him at any time in this time?
Several times a year I receive missives from him.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. Well, I guess maybe I'll meet back here with you in a couple hours.
Okay. She starts heading towards the inn, and you can hear as the door opens that there's a lot of discussion about what to do on the inside with drunken voices.
Cool.
So, Reginald Oglethorpe, what's your plan?
All right. Well, first thing first, I mean, obviously we chatted with her, got the lay of the land. I'll head out to the northeast, just kind of see if I can find where their confrontation took place. As part of that, I do have, so it's still kind of nighttime. Is that the case?
Yeah. Oh, by the time you get to where you're going, it will be night.
Okay.
Totally,
okay.
Yeah.
So as we go, I will summon my familiar.
Yeah.
Who is an owl named Hootie.
An owl named Hootie. All right. What is the nature of this familiar? Are they celestial, fae, or fiend?
I'll say fae.
Okay. Looking at you folks at home. Not the first fae familiar. flying fae familiar we've seen so far. A popular choice in the Fractal universe. All right.
That's right.
Hootie is just like, woohoo.
Hoo-hoo, hooty hoo. How you doing, buddy? Let's keep our eyes peeled. You mind popping up into the air and see what you see?
All right. Hootie turns towards you and slowly blinks his massive owl eyes before turning his head all the way around and launching off into the air with a corkscrew. All right. Let me go to D&D Beyond and find the owl's an owl's perception, which will not suffer from the fact that it is nighttime.
Yeah.
All right, so Hootie can only contact you as long as they're within 1 mile, so you're going to have to get pretty close to the target location.
That works.
The owl has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or sight. Okay. Roll that then.
Boom.
That did nothing. All right.
Question.
That also did nothing. The D20 Beyond is destroying me. All right, 11. I don't think that did it either. Just click this again to make sure. All right, 23.
All right.
Hootie reports back and is just like, gosh, how can I make owl puns? I wasn't prepared for this. You're gonna get a real hoot out of this, Reginald, but if you take 5 more steps forward, you're going to fall into a pit.
I'll freeze. 1 foot still in the air.
Yep. No. 5 more steps. You're good.
All right,
you can put that foot down.
All right. Whew.
All right.
Well, thanks,
I'm
Hootie.
seeing the glint of a fire at the top of a hill in a submerged pit. A man with a shiny sword and good armor, and 2 dwarves. The dwarves are pretty hard to spot. Seems like they're good at camouflaging themselves.
Okay. So, looks like he's got himself a camp.
Yeah, there's more traps all over the place around here.
Oh, okay.
You're lucky you've got me, otherwise you would have died immediately.
Damn. Well, that's what you're here for, Hootie. I appreciate you, buddy.
All right, Hootie begins making his way back down to you, swooping silently. I mean, for you, right, it's the middle of the night and you can't see anything. So for you, just out of nowhere, you just massive owl as it lands on your shoulder.
Exactly. That's what he's for. All right. Well, yeah, so there's traps everywhere. I will, use my action there and see through his eyes and see if I can spot the traps that are nearby, kind of mark them down on whatever little hand-drawn map I can come up with, or at least think about it, right?
All right. Well, Hootie will talk you through it whenever you're not. You can make a perception check using his eyes, but that's using your perception skill.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
So you do. It's not a disadvantage because you through the owl you have dark vision, but you don't have his keen senses. So
okay.
Go ahead and make your perception check, and we'll see how good of a map you draw.
All right. Where's my perception?
Through the eyes of an owl.
Ooh, that's not good.
All right. Now I want to know how good of a map you draw. So go ahead and make. Do you have like a map maker's tool or any toolkit that allows you to do this?
Let's see. I thought. Oh no!
Ball bearings, huh? Interesting.
That's all I got. Yeah. No, I thought I had the quill and thing on this one, but no, that is not the case. So this is probably going into my memory or on my hand.
It's bad. It's not good.
It's bad. Yeah,
you have
it's
a
real
map,
bad.
You have a scroll case or a map case?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it is.
So I'm going to say that you can do this,
yes.
but it's going to be an intelligence check with no boost here.
All right, here we go.
Delicate. Okay. Look, your idea of where the traps are is not good, but you do draw a pretty good map of the surrounding territory. You know, let's say that the traps are not to scale. You know what I mean? So
I get like a rough area.
So it would be like, there is one trap within 100-foot area. Just make sure you don't step on the wrong 5 foot by 5 foot square.
Incredibly useful.
It's like playing Battleship. Yeah. Except if you lose, you die.
Oh God. Okay, cool. And then while I'm here still looking around, just are there any alternative approaches that I might see? Or
sure. Why don't you make a stealth check while you're looking for that?
Let's do that. I like that. Stealth checks are what I'm for. Ooh, that's again terrible.
All right. So at this point, Hootie is like, oh, you fucked up. They're moving. They know you're there.
All right.
He's on your shoulder. Yeah. He's just like, oh, they're coming. They coming.
That head's spinning. All right. Well, I will skedaddle as best I'm able.
All right.
To start running.
Okay. I would like you to make an acrobatics check at disadvantage to run through the night.
All right. Not bad. Did it not send it?
It did send it.
Okay. Well, it came out to a 20 because I did it with the right click disadvantage thing.
All right. You got a 20 on disadvantage?
Yeah, I got a 17 and a 20 on the two rolls.
Unbelievable. All right.
Yep.
You scramble through the night and like you have to go for like a run for 2 miles before Hootie's like, nope, we got him. We lost him.
All right.
The whole time his head is just mounted backwards. But on your shoulder, body forward, head backwards.
Perfect. It's my little periscope.
You are getting tired. It's easily past midnight. Your eyes have been straining all night long. You've been running for a bit now.
Okay.
Stress level through the roof. You're doing your best to hold in your mind the stupid map.
Oh gosh. All right. Yeah. Get back to town and I'll go hit that inn, see how everybody's doing, see what Svanhild has drummed up in terms of support.
All right. So Svanhild has gotten the innkeeper. Sorry, not the innkeeper. The bartender behind this, Humbert. And he has a longsword that is in what one would generally call good condition. And a set of leather armor that clearly would have fit him well 20 pounds ago. And she says, well, I have my bow and my club.
Okay.
I believe the three of us can take Justin by surprise. What have you seen?
Okay, so yeah, I do my best to sketch out my map there for them, explain that, this is not, there's traps, that there's roughly traps in these areas. I'm so sorry. She
nods. She just says, I'm surprised you were able to get a map this good, given that you are a human.
Thanks. Who is this again? What was her name?
Svanhild?
Svan. Oh, that's Svanhild. Okay, yep. Sorry. I thought, and then there's Humbert, the barkeep. Yes, yep. Right. Okay, perfect. Yeah, well, did my best with that one, but it was a little difficult. I've been sprinting my way back here. I don't think we're going to get back out there tonight. The one thing that's super important, though, he's not alone.
Humbert goes, not alone. Not good.
There's two dwarves, and they were sneaky. They were tough to spot. Have you had any trouble with any dwarves in the area? Any other folks besides Justin?
No, nothing like that, says Humbert. Nothing but the drunks.
Well, crap. I mean, do you think the three of us with against three of them? I mean, that changes the odds quite a bit.
Yeah, Svanhild says, I'll need the night to think on this. We shouldn't be making decisions this late at night.
I agree.
Humbert slaps you on the back and says, "Why don't you come with me? What did you say your name was?"
Name's Reginald Oglethorpe.
Most of the drunks are asleep. I'll find you a good place in the common room to lay down, maybe with a cushion.
I appreciate it. I'll follow along.
All right. He begins speaking to you in Thieves' Cant.
Oh, okay.
He's like, "You cool, man?" In Thieves' Cant?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. How much do you care about these people?
Well, I've just met folks, you know. Generally like to see people do okay and not lose more than they can lose, right?
So he brings you into the inn at this point, and instead of showing you a place to sleep, he begins pouring you a drink.
Okay.
Now the embers, you know, they're trying to keep the dim atmosphere of the tavern going, and in the corner, the only people who are awake are like two guys who are discussing the philosophical nature of like, what is ownership of a thing? Drunkenly. There are probably 6 or 7 more people here, all passed out. And
Okay.
Humbert slides the drink over to you and says, "You do work?" Again, this isn't Thieves' Cant, so it probably sounds like you're talking about the weather.
I've been known to do a job or two.
He looks you up and down and assesses you and says, "I know where the money is kept around here. This is a perfect opportunity for a like-minded individual to sneak out during an attack. A lot of profit, split 2 ways."
It's an interesting proposition, Humbert.
I call it the retirement plan.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
Getting a little sick of polishing mugs.
Well, you know how it is. Made a lot better money when I still have my left leg.
I understand that. I'll think on this.
Well, I got to tell you, people we're taking it from ain't particularly good people.
Yeah? Who they?
He looks up and says, "Owns us in. Overcharges the farmers. Sometimes takes stuff from them when they're drunk, too drunk to fight back."
Yeah. Carol there? I heard she was the
Yeah.
one pushing for us to defend
Yeah, I bet.
this place.
Yeah, she wants to keep her investment intact. I've been scouting her for a couple years now. Just not as good on my feet as I used to be. I need a partner, someone trustworthy. Now look,
you willing to abandon these folks? You got some friends here, right?
I mean, friends are friends, but brothers are brothers, he says. And
I get you. That's quite the opportunity.
Think about it.
I will.
Think about it. Justin attacks. The traveler and the innkeeper's barkeep disappear after being savagely beaten. Who knows if they died in the wild? Maybe we even say we're going out to fight Justin and we never appear again.
Yeah.
Take some horses, walk away with the gold. No one ever has to know. You just blame Justin.
Whistle on to the next town. I get you.
You look like maybe you aren't convinced.
Not entirely.
What's going to take to get you on this job? Pours a little bit more drink into your mug.
Take that sip. I got to be convinced that these folks are as not worth helping as you say they are.
Hey, look, there are a lot of people around here that I like. Carol ain't one of them.
All right. Well, you know, I got to tell you, Humbert, I generally prefer taking from those who've got too much.
She's got plenty.
She's got plenty. And she does.
What
she got herself.
You're going to risk your life to fight Justin the Unassailable for what? Swanhill didn't offer me anything.
That's true.
Just
Wait,
told
really?
me it was for the good of the people. Said you were doing it gratis.
Gratis? Well, you know, I said
Well,
I
that to
might be
me,
willing
so
to
I
help.
said to myself, that's a man who is a fool.
Yeah, fooling their money are soon parted, right? Like, I just got to be aware. If Justin's out there taking from a lot of folks, I'm just thinking Justin's got plenty.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah, if he's strong enough. Who knows what he's got in that camp? He's got traps scattered around. He's definitely protecting something more than just himself, I'm sure.
Well, you said there was dwarves with him.
Yeah. Any thoughts on that?
Well, dwarves can see in the dark. Makes them difficult to approach at the times I like to go in.
Right?
If I had my way, I'd observe them from as far away as I could. Maybe if they couldn't see me, wait until they get kind of tired or distracted. At the very least, do it at night, but when the dwarves are asleep, they can't stay awake all night. Take the man on watch out, Justin. Get the dwarves in their sleep.
Yeah, that's not a bad plan. That's kind of where I was thinking. Couldn't quite get the drop on him this time, though.
Well, now they're going to be ready for something like that. Should have brought me in from the start. And let me tell you something. This is a lot of work for a possible score when there's one right here I've been working years towards. So as much as I haven't convinced you, you haven't convinced me.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, maybe we'll sleep on it. See what else comes up in the morning.
The bar, pulls out a blanket and a nice cushion, and points to some of the, I wouldn't call them windowsills, but they're like cutouts where someone could lay down. There's not like a traditional bed area, but.
All right. Yeah, I'll go pop myself into my cubby. Think through what I've seen.
Yeah.
Humbert's offer.
What do you want to do in the morning when you wake up? People are strolling in here, right? So I assume you sleep in a little bit late.
Yeah.
So people are coming in for breakfast after doing the morning field work. Lot of eggs. A lot of eggs going around. A lot of vegetables fried up a little bit. And for those that have an extra coin available, a little meat, some ground sausage, whatever's cheap.
There you go. Well, yeah, I'd order myself some breakfast and go with the cheaper option, Don't want to spend too much money.
Okay.
That I don't have.
They spotted you a place to sleep for the night, so they'll probably spot you breakfast.
Perfect. And then let's look around, see if, who any of the important folks from last night are around.
Important folks from last night. All right. Well, Carol is around, as is old Haraffin.
All right, well, I'll strike up a conversation with them. Start with maybe Haraffin, see how he's doing.
All right. So Haraffin is gnarled but tanned. It's clear he still does some field work himself. Maybe a whole lifetime of doing that. When you go over to him, you can see he's got a lot of workers nearby who look a little concerned when you approach him, and he waves them down, and a couple of them are like, all right, okay, he's okay. Haraffin says, sit down, boy. Looks like you need to talk to me about something.
Yeah, I'll pop a squat. So this whole business with Justin, what are your thoughts? I heard last night you're looking to try to get somebody up to Saberhold.
Yeah. You think you can do it? You got the kind of gravitas man needs in order to sneak past thieves and bandits?
I'm a bit slippery. I think I could handle it, but I gotta ask you really think that's the best plan? What do you think about they're saying there might be a reward for taking him down directly, right?
Now listen to me, son. Look around you. Look where you are.
Yeah.
You think I need a reward? half the people here work for me. All right,
do
I
seem to be
take
doing
care of
pretty
them and I
well.
take care of their families. I don't need to be risking none of my field hands' lives. I don't need to be risking anybody's wife or child or husband. We need to be looking to protect our people. Chasing after money like that is not how you do it. You have to work the land if you want to get its rewards. You can't just wander into the forest and come back with a bundle of gold and a sack full of clover. All right, those are fairy stories. Hard work is the way to do this, which means not chasing after ephemeral rewards. We pay our taxes. We deserve the protection of the guard.
That's solid reasoning, for sure, for sure. But there's no guarantee you can get at somebody there, so that you might lose a hell of a lot more on a chance.
Well, I seem to be looking at a man who would like a little bit of coin. A man with a glint in his eye. It sure costs a hell of a lot less to send a message than it does to kill a bandit.
That's true. You might be able to buy that a little cheaper. How much you offering?
Well, I'll let you borrow one of my horses when you come back. What are you looking to get this message sent? What is the possibility of risking your life worth?
Well, that's a great question. I don't know off the top of my. What about that horse? You say it's a borrow.
That's a lot.
Not a gift.
No. No. I ride myself rather than give you one of my horses.
You think you can make it?
I don't. I wouldn't try it. But a horse is worth a horse.
All right, that's true. What's to stop me? So you want me to go do this on
75
foot?
gold pieces. It's Old Kingdom gold pieces, you hear? 75. All right, you know what I could buy for 75 gold pieces? A lot. 75 gold pieces puts you up at this inn for the rest of your life, youngin.
Is that what you're offering?
No, I'm not offering that. That's what I'm telling you. That's a lot of money, okay?
That is a lot of money.
What do you think? Look over here. Johnson?
What's he
Johnson
making a week?
stands up and he says, Johnson makes a silver piece in a week to take care of him and his family. You think you're worth 4 Johnsons and then another 75 beyond that? I don't do that kind of math, even though it's clearly somewhere around like 300 something.
All right. Well, I do think I'm worth it. You'd like the results.
All right, let me give you a counter offer, okay? Counter offer. I will give you 10 gold pieces in silver, 100 silver pieces.
100 silver pieces?
You take my horse, you ride out to Saberhold, you get the guard, come back, you give me the horse. I'll give you 10 silver pieces up front and 90 when the job is done. And when I say the job is done, I mean Justin the Unassailable is killed or otherwise driven off by the guards of Saberhold.
Oh.
And look, I'm not going to try to weasel out of my deal. My men are all around me. They know that my word is bond.
All right.
I would not lie to you.
How long does it take to get to Silverhold?
I think depends on how good of a rider you are. I might take a day. Man in your condition, maybe half that with a good horse, half again back.
Well, we got enough time to make this work. I'll go chat with some other folks. I'll come back. We'll just take you up on this.
Make your decision quick. My knee's acting up and telling me that there's going to be a storm tonight.
Yeah. All right. Oh, a storm, huh?
Yeah, a storm.
Is that knee very accurate?
He rolls his eyes. Everybody around you starts chuckling into their eggs.
All right. I'll keep an eye out for that storm. Then I'll get up and wander over to Carol.
All right. Carol just goes, why are you sitting at my table?
Well, I was chatting with Svanhild last night. Heard everybody's, plans and various ruckus. Here, you want to just raise up a defense.
One
Do
man,
this the hard way.
overwhelm them. We got 20, 30 strong men here in this inn. I'll buy them all a drink.
You think they're going to do it? From the sounds of it, they're not too interested.
You talking to Haraffin over there?
Yeah.
Sure, he might have half the farm's folk, but the other half are men who are more willing to risk their good being for the good being of their neighbors and not look out for only themselves like Haraffin. And as she's saying that, some of the other men with extreme hangovers who you recall were here last night go, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're good men. She says, you know, a few drinks could buy great goodwill around here. You look like you could thump a man with a stick. Why don't you join us? I'm thinking of heading out tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I've been chatting with Swanhild. She talked to you?
I don't need Swanhild's permission to do anything.
Oh, you want to do this all on your own, huh?
I mean, I solved the problem myself. I get all the credit for it.
Yeah.
We take care of ourselves. We don't need outsiders telling us what to do.
Hey, I'm just a free body. I'm just talking to folks, seeing what I can do to help. This seems like a fraught situation.
All right. Well, if you want 3 free drinks on me tonight, you come at dusk. We go out there and we thump Justin the Unassailable good. Maybe we take his armor and sword. Leave him tied up for the guards.
Look, I'll give you a free piece of advice. I made my way out there last night, took a quick look around. He's not alone, and I think he might be a little bit more trouble than it's worth marching out there in the middle of the night with 20 folks who don't know what they're doing.
Well, what's he got? 20, 30 bandits with him? She's starting to go white. Her hand shakes a little bit.
He's got himself a couple friends and a hell of a lot of traps.
All right, well, 3 against 20 is a pretty good odds for us. Wait, did you say traps?
I said traps. Yeah, you're going to walk yourself out there and wind yourself up in a pit full of spikes and everything else. No. This is not the way.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Where we at? Ooh. Hey.
Damn it, Reginald Orglethorpe. You think you could just be good at everything now? All right. She says, well, what do you suggest then?
Look, what I'm suggesting is I'm going to talk to Swanhild. I'm going to see what else is going on. I'm personally interested in this reward for Justin. I'm guessing that there's a little bit of a hefty thing involved here, and he's got himself some riches. That's what I'm interested in.
What
but
are you,
I think
a bounty killer?
I'm just a traveler looking for opportunity, and this seems like an opportunity.
I've seen your type before.
Yeah.
I'll keep a close watch on my gold.
Will you?
Oh, I mean, when you say that, she pushes the bench back and stands up and says, I'm going to keep both eyes on that gold now.
Got it. Now, look, all I was proposing is that you prepare and think about maybe we do an ambush. We draw him out, place of our choosing. Don't go to him. That's his field.
Sounds like clever words from a clever man. I got 2 clever ex-husbands.
I'm not looking to be the third.
I'm not offering.
Looks like we're on the same page.
She looks troubled and walks away.
All right. Well, yeah. So that puts the thought with joining Humbert in his plans a little lower on the list of possibilities if she's awakened to that option. All right. Well, I will get up, look around, and go make my way, see if I can find Swanhild.
All right. Swanhild is at the Lord's Manor. The first floor Great Hall is open to visitors like yourself from afar. And she asks, shall I have someone prepare you a breakfast?
I did have a little bite to eat already, but, I wouldn't say no to a little snack. Okay. Anything that is brought out to me, I'll start tucking a few things in my pockets.
She goes into the kitchen and asks someone there to bring you some dried meats and like a hearty bread and a glass of milk.
Cool.
So you said last night that there were 2 dwarves with Justin.
2 dwarves. That's what I saw.
I must say, then, my thoughts are that he provoked me so that we would send our best out to fight him, and unawares they would be caught and ambushed, and then he would return, having conquered our best, to threaten us.
Yeah, that's a very likely plan. I'm kind of thinking sort of the similar way myself. You know, I don't know what did he say about when he expects those goods to be delivered and how?
3 days, so tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
He will come to the green.
He will come to the green.
Yes.
Oh man, he has set that up. Okay. Well, you know, I was thinking we draw him out in an ambush of our own. If he's going to come here of his own volition, though, that
is not an ambush a cowardly way of doing things.
I mean, you just said that he was going to do it himself. You know, it's one of those things you got to be prepared. It's not about being a coward or being brave in this situation. It's about getting through this in one piece, right?
There is more to life than living. You will be judged in the afterlife for your actions. Acting with honor ensures that the god will look upon you favorably.
Well, you know, Justin the Unassailable ain't acting with any honor, so I don't think anybody's going to hold it against me if I pull a trick or two on him.
This was an anime game. You would have lost favorability in the upper left-hand corner.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I was chatting with Carol, and she's of the mind to just go out there with a big mob and see what she can do.
Yes, that would be her plan.
Well, I'm saying we got to talk that down, get everybody on the same page if you want to do this without...
What exactly do you think it is that I want to do?
I don't know what you want to do, but I think you don't want to give up all of these goods. Not without a fight, at the very least.
That is true.
And I'd like to help you, but, you know, not without a cost. I'm not saying I need you to pay me, but I'm interested in what kind of rewards we can get for Justin the Unassailable. He's got to be wanted more than just here, right?
There is a reward I can offer you that is greater than monetary value.
What's that?
You seem like a man who has no home. Would you say that that is true?
Yeah, I'd say that's true right now.
My lord has invested in me the powers of a bailiff. We could use a man like yourself as a squire. Why spend your life chasing the false glimmer of coin and acting without honor when instead you could enjoy the rich rewards of living in a community as its most honored member? The path to knighthood would be available, and with that, lordship as well. You may even be granted a plot of land when Sir Toric returns.
I'll be honest, that's not something I ever had considered. My feet tend to be a little itchier than sticking in one spot, but have people call me sir.
When you were a knight, perhaps.
Am I going to be your squire?
No.
You tell me what to do?
No. We would be of equal rank.
Interesting.
You would be something like a referee. We don't need someone like that around here. There isn't much call for it. The job would be very easy, with the exception of when Justin's roll through. And yet you would be well taken care of. We have no one with this capability around here. Everyone is tied up in family allegiances and old ways and history. They don't particularly like me either as an outsider.
Yeah, I've noticed that. You don't seem to be getting a whole lot of buy-in on your own plans.
I don't have a plan yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
However, Sir Toric trusts me, which is more than what I need to do my job here.
Oh, cool. Interesting. Well, I mean, this little position you're offering doesn't sound too bad to me, but first we do need a plan.
I think the plan is that I will do what I can to prevent Carol from taking control of our response, and then we will gather up those who are willing to put their lives on the line, and you will lead them in. Takes a deep sigh and says, in a pincer attack while he is on his way here.
Okay.
That is still honorable.
Still honorable. All right.
To catch him while he is on the move from two sides.
Yeah. Well, the thing to think about, he's going to be coming in here on his own. We don't know that, in his mind, we don't really know that he's got friends. So his friends are going to be somewhere in this situation. The pincer attack certainly sounds like a better option than charging out there with 20 folks and getting everybody hurt. I'm not against it.
But what is your concern?
Well, there's no major concern there. I think we can do it. I think it's workable.
You know bandits better than I, perhaps, as a traveler.
Mm-hmm,
if we were to vanquish Justin, how would his friends react?
I think they'd scatter.
Then there is no problem. We simply need to take him down as best as possible.
All right.
Are you a fair hand with a spear or a bow?
I am, yeah. I can handle my way around.
A bow as well. I believe
short bow.
Best thing that we could do would be to attack him from afar so that he can't use his sword.
Yeah, I don't disagree. All right. Well, are you willing to commit to this?
I am.
Kick my feet up, be a little squire. It's a little safer than some of the chancier jobs I've done.
He holds out a claw.
All right, let's do this, Swanhild.
So, several hours later, she has gathered everybody up that she can, those who will listen to her, and she has 6 volunteers who have something passing archery skills.
Okay.
Including Humbert, who is using a crossbow, as well as herself, who is also using a crossbow.
All right. Well, I got my short bow.
What do we do now, she says, with all of you gathered in the great hall and someone serving you all like a fresh cow leg. Delicious fresh roasted beef. A rarity for a traveler like yourself.
I'll certainly dig into it.
Oh yeah, Humbert is on that bone, man. He's just, he wants to get everything off of it.
Oh man. So everyone's here in the hall. Like that's the 6 folks that she's got. Herself, Humbert,
it's herself, Humbert, and 4 others.
Okay.
As this discussion starts, you hear heavy rain begin pouring on the top of the Lord's Manor.
Oh, okay. And he's supposed to come tonight? Is that?
No, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Okay.
Tonight is when Carol is planning her attack. Although, will that happen or not? Who knows?
Oh, I thought I convinced her. No, that was the other guy. That's right. So yeah, I guess I'll say, did anybody chat with Carol? We know
Humbert
what she's doing.
His shoulders and he says, I think it's unlikely that anyone will follow her at this point. I had to talk with some of the boys.
Yeah, Humbert, she if is it, yeah, I mean, I don't want to switch into thieves can't right here, maybe, or
no one else would understand. That's the whole point of thieves can't.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless some other person here was a trained rogue
Which is possible, but not impossible. Yeah, okay. In Thieves Cant, I will just real quick in like 3 words to Humbert be like, she's a bit jumpy right now. Your plan might not be a good time.
So as you say that, you hear on the door of the hall, and then it slowly opens, and 3 women enter in what you can only assume are a passing entertainment troupe outfits. And the leader, who is a pink and purple mottled skinned tiefling, says, "Hello, all. We are the Six Strings. You seem to be in a dire mood. Perhaps for a minor supper, we could entertain you."
Look over at Swanhild. See what
Swanhild looks at you and says, "They're armed. How do we know that they aren't working with Justin?"
I said, we don't. I didn't see anyone like this, though.
What do you think?
I think you should ask them where they're from.
All right, so she heads over and begins a discussion with them. It seems like there's a tiefling woman, a human woman, and a half-elven woman. You hear a couple times someone saying the Poet of Penth, and everyone in the room's like, "Ooh, I know who that is. Yeah, that's a pretty important person."
Okay. Poet of Penth. Well, I'll wander over and join the conversation, I guess, and try and see which road they came down if they happen to pass by.
While you're talking, the tiefling is speaking in Thieves' Cant, testing out to see. She's like, "Are you cool?" In Thieves' Cant.
I respond back, "Yeah, I'm super cool."
All right. So the rest of the conversation between the two of you, until we say otherwise, is in Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
She says, "Can you tell me what's going on here?"
I explained that there's a bandit that's threatening the town, and that there's a potential for an open battle coming up here tomorrow. And that right now I am in the process of offering to help these folks.
What's your angle?
I mean, they're offering me a official position here right now, and not totally against it.
We don't work for official positions. We work for solid coin or other goods we can spend elsewhere.
I get that. I think you could, if you're looking to make a little money, I think you could get some out of some folks for.
What are you offering?
Offer me? Oh, I'm not offering. I don't have coin to burn on these folks right now.
You can't subcontract for us then.
What's that?
Subcontractor.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it.
You seem like you know what the score is. And I don't know these people. We're just passing through.
Yeah.
You are my brother. I will subcontract for you if you can secure a good price.
Okay.
I am skilled at illusion, and we are all good with knives. Have to be.
All right. That could be useful. How's your ability to stay hidden? That illusion comes in handy for it?
You would be surprised what you could do with an illusion.
All right, excellent.
As she says that, she turns into you. Everybody in there is like, "Oh, witchcraft!"
Yeah, as she does that, I'll use prestidigitation myself and just make a nice breeze blow in her face.
She rolls her eyes. It's like looking at yourself condescendingly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Next to her, the half-elven woman strums something real quick and begins playing on a ukulele, like a ukulele cover of a very common song. And you feel emboldened, almost inspired, one might say. And the one speaking at Thieves' Cant says, back in common, we might be able to help you for a good price. Sounds like you have a lot going on here. I'm not really sure. Did someone say something about a bandit?
Is Swan Hill going to speak up at that point? Or?
Yeah, so Swan Hill goes back to talking with the three of them, and she's pressing Swan Hill for a monetary reward for their help as traveling experts.
I will lend my weight to it and just say this is a really good idea. These folks are absolutely going to be worth the money.
So you know them, says Swanhild.
I've got a good feeling for them. I will vouch for them, absolutely.
That doesn't mean as much to her, but go ahead and make a persuasion check.
That's fair.
She literally met you yesterday. For all she knows, this could just be Justin's plan, is to continuously introduce more and more rogues into the town. Until finally the whole town is nothing but rogues working for him. All right, 23. Yeah, she says, very well. I can offer each of you 5 pieces of gold for helping us. And you can tell that like one of the 3 women is like, yes. And the other 2 are like playing it cool. And the one you were speaking with, the tiefling, says, we will do it for 17 total pieces of gold. Swanhild holds out a claw and says, very well. 17 pieces of gold. If you were to use your magics to aid us in the upcoming battle.
Yeah, that goes a long way. Cool. So at that point, yeah, I'll go rummage through my pack and bust out my own viol, I believe. It's a violin, right?
Yeah.
Type instrument and say, let's play a little song.
Oh.
Have some fun tonight.
Oh, okay. Make a performance check off versus the apprentice of the poet of Peth, Charm 6 string of the 6 strings.
See if I can make a good impression. All right.
That's
not terrible.
Outplay her. Oh. Maybe it's just this night. Maybe it's this place. Maybe it's that the crowd is tuned for you. But even with her ukulele covers, they do not compare to your viol playing. What sort of ditty do you play for these people?
Oh,
is it the highest of high songs fit for a king? Is it ukulele covers of common music?
Yeah, no, this is like a good old fashioned like farmhouse like fiddle, right?
All right, that's why the people like him more. Yeah, this is more
play to your audience.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. She plays city people music.
That's not as good, right? Nobody wants a ballad right now. Yeah, and so
the 2 of you bolster the spirits of the 4 others here. Your boy Humbert is fairly unaffected morale-wise. But he didn't need to be convinced to go into combat before because, he's killed several people.
Yeah, so I will talk to Humbert and kind of, and the rest of the folks see if we can come up with
Humbert is just like, I heard your conversation in our language. Talking to you and thieves can't.
Yeah, yeah. They seem like they're going to be our ace in the hole in this here fight. So it seemed worth getting them on our team.
I think you'll find that my crossbow is worth more than words.
Words can go a long way too. I mean, we don't know what we're coming up against, right? We know that he's got at least 2 friends, but that's all I was able to see. More things might be coming out the woodwork, and especially if a little bit of magic on our side isn't going to hurt. And then basically just kind of sketch out the plan, figure out sort of the lay of the land, where we're going to position people, to start talking through that process a little bit.
Sure. I would like you to make a insight check. See how good your plan is. How wise you're. Okay, it's middling.
Not the worst. Not the worst.
All right, you pick a spot that's right before someone gets to the green. Mm-hmm. It's like a road where trees are planted off to the side on either side of it. And there's bushes there that people could easily hide behind. And when Justin rides down it, everybody could wait till he goes past them and then start shooting.
Cool.
It's just a matter of convincing everybody to lie on the ground for hours until Justin shows up, then suddenly pop up and immediately begin killing him. And well, you know, some of the farmhands here are a little, they haven't killed anybody before, so
a little sketchy about it.
yeah, they might just be adding arrows to scare him and the horse. Seems like
That's
maybe
fair.
Humbert and Swanhild are going to be doing the real work. And
Okay.
hard to say the level of competence the six strings are going to bring, but they seem confident in their ability to bamboozle people and also to knife them to death.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of is we probably want somebody, you know, who's on the green, sort of like waiting with stuff that we might be pretending to give, right?
So, for that regard, when you bring that up, Katarina, the tiefling woman, brings up a plan to like lay down a couple of sacks of grain and then put like empty stones behind it and be like make a fort out of grain sacks and then be like, here's all our grain. And from a distance, you'd say it's a ton of grain, but actually it's not really that much to risk. And she will appear as Sir Torek the Siegebreaker, a broad horse in full plate armor, and chase off this interloper before any combat happens.
Oh, interesting.
And she does the swoosh, I am Sir Torek the Siegebreaker. Looks just like the guy in the painting in the hall.
It does. That's
Swanhild
pretty
is like,
damn impressive.
It's a middling likeness.
It's a middling line.
No one
I think
from
that's
here would be fooled by it.
That's an interesting plan. I don't know how well that's going to go. I'm a little worried that that's going to put you right in the
question me,
spot.
Sir Torek, in my own hall?
Just a little questioning.
How dare
I mean, I
you,
like
sir.
the basics though. I like the couple sacks of grain and the illusion of having tons of stuff for him. I think that's going to make him eager, kind of put his guard down.
I think for a man with a failing for a companion, you don't spend enough time thinking about how appearance is everything.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. And how'd you know, Hootie?
So
Okay.
Torek just gives you a knowing look. Although again, it's not really Sir. It's Katarina.
Not really, Sir Torek. Is this so? How good would I say the solution is if I were to
Make a wisdom
Yeah.
saving throw.
There we go. Just the saving throw, huh?
Yeah.
There we go.
You would say that you could just barely see through it
Okay.
after interacting with it.
Hmm. Yeah. Well,
You can see that she's woven the Sir Torek transparently over her.
that's fair. I mean, look, if I can see through this, somebody on his team might, you know, if it's not him, one of his buddies might be right there. That's the
For
only
some
concern
people,
I
this is
got.
the first that they've heard that there's more than just Justin. So there's another
Oh.
flurry of discussion about that there might be two criminal dwarves with him as well.
We got a lot to be on the lookout for. We just got to have this ambush prepped and ready to go. We take him out, it's over.
Is there anything else you want to do? And it sounds like maybe you have some plans to lay, but maybe not. Maybe you feel prepared.
I mean, I don't necessarily feel prepared, but I'm sure that there are things that I have forgotten or missed in this.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely true.
That's life,
there's
though,
a
right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a
You can
priestess, right?
Dynamis it up. Yeah. Oh, there is a
Nearby.
priestess. Yeah.
Should I go talk to her real quick? How far away is the priestess? They're in town, right?
Well, it's raining and it's the middle of the night, so
Yeah.
it's going to be pretty tough to get to her. She lives
And it's
north of town in a small temple.
okay. But it's tomorrow night that we're going to be planning this
Yes.
sort of thing. Okay, maybe I'll plan to go visit her in the morning and see if she's willing to come offer some
It'll take you
aid.
most of the day to get there and back
Oh,
again.
well, that's probably too long then. I won't do that. Yeah, I mean, I'll commit to this plan for sure, and don't think that we can try the Sir Torek illusion as a distraction, but I don't want her to like charge at him or
That's not
commit
her
to
plan.
it.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Her
okay,
plan is
okay.
top of the green next to the bags of grain. Be like, this will not be yours. It is ours.
Okay,
Be gone, Justin, or I will smite thee.
sure. All right. I think that's a good start. See if we can scare him. And as soon as Sir Torek pops up, that's when everybody will let loose.
Okay. Do you want to give a speech before everybody takes their places to psych up your people?
Do I want to give a speech? Sure. I'll give a speech. I'll use minor illusion to put like big, like shining banners next to me, and prestidigitation to have some like sparkles, going as we do. And I'll just say, folks, good people of Mandelbrottsburg, this is the moment. This is your time to step up. You've got Justin the Unassailable. We're about to assail that unassailable Justin. Us together, we will conquer this threat to your town and rise above. Are you with me?
Roll persuasion.
All right.
Okay, it's pretty good. All right, you get from Humbert less so, but from Swanhild and the four farmhands like and the 3 6 strings are all like, it's pretty good, not the best I've ever seen, but it's got charisma. I'd like you to make a stealth check to hide yourself for the ambush.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and with the hiding of myself, see if I can get any. Oh, there we go. 17. That's not the worst.
Do you have expertise in stealth? Is that's what's happening here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I failed that first stealth roll. I was really, if that had gone differently, I would have been sneaking up into camp, tried to solo this thing.
Yeah. The plan goes fairly well to start with. Justin rides down the hill, approaching town, and starts riding up the one to the green. He has a greatsword on his back, and otherwise is wearing some pretty interesting, like piecemealed together metallic armor. So it's going to be able to take a pretty good blow. He does look like a guy not to be messed with. Definitely a foreigner here. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Not like the brown hair, brown eyed, tanner skin folks around here. Huge though. Very big man. Rides forward on a stolen horse from the town. Sir Torek appears and does his Sir Torekness, and Justin continues to ride forward to speak to him into your ambush area where everybody's waiting for you to give the signal.
All right. Well, I guess I would have pre-established some sort of signal, right?
Yeah.
And used a minor illusion or prestidigitation, something like that.
Shoot first,
I could shoot first. That's true.
Good
I'll just fire.
All right. Go ahead. Make an attack at advantage.
All right. Here's which one? Okay, we're gonna do the short bow. There's the first roll.
That's bad.
And that's a bad roll.
Yeah,
and the second roll is also bad.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Indeed. You rolled. Okay, so you fire and it goes in front of his face and hits the tree near him. And he goes, oh, he starts going for his blade. Humbert fires as well. And it just deflects off of his armor.
That's not good.
All right. So now this dude is charging towards you on a horse. He's going to get there real quick, and he's definitely faster than you.
Okay.
Swanhild is holding her position. She's popped up for no apparent reason and is clearly holding a breath.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I will, use my action and with minor illusion, put a pit in front of the horse.
Okay.
And see if I can spook the horse and throw him or something.
Roll a deception check.
Okay. There it is.
Oh yeah, that horse is spooked. The horse goes wild. Justin falls off the back end of the horse. When that happens, Swanhild begins roasting him with a that unfortunately catches all of the loose vegetation in the area, which sends people like running out of their bushes, wildly firing arrows. One guy's hair is on fire. He's like, Humbert is dropping the crossbow, peg-leggedly approaching Sir Justin with his longsword out. It's like a run hobble.
Okay.
Seems like he's got a pretty good measure on moving forward. Like he's not going to trip, but he's also not moving at very quick pace. The six strings are basically booking it out of here. They did their part of luring him in, so they feel like they've earned their coin.
One and done. All right, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I will approach with Humbert. Don't want to leave him all on his own. I'll draw my rapier and get close.
Okay.
We'll go for it.
Strike him. All right.
Yeah, I'll go after it. Yeah.
Roll with advantage. He's on the ground.
Okay.
Oh no. All right. Well, you get sneak attack on this, so you
yeah.
You roll critical.
That was a natural 20.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You need to. All right. No, I already did it. Okay, so it's 10 plus critical sneak attack for 16. Okay, so total damage is 12. All right, you kill him instantly.
Oh hell yeah!
Basically, just walk up. Humbert is about to go down, and like you hit Justin through the heart, and he's just like, what? That's it.
Easy peasy.
So, I mean, maybe things happen in the epilogue. Maybe you are squired if you wish to be.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll take it, until the next opportunity comes up. I'll take a cushy life for a little while, right?
All right. You are ensconced as the referee of the local area. And some say your legend never grew from here. You just lived a quiet but somewhat well-to-do life in the middle of nowhere.
Could be.
Maybe some other adventures happened down the way, but this is how you chose to solve your Fractal episode.
That was fun.
Oh, that went really fast compared to number one. And
really?
Yep. I got the next guy in less than an hour. We'll see what he does. I get the feeling it's going to be much different than the first two.
Man, I had like a dozen different plans after reading that description, and it's tough. There were so many different options. If that first night though, if that had gone a little differently and I'd passed that stealth check, man, yeah, I was going to go in there and go for the whole bag just for me.
Yeah. Take out Justin, take out his mates, get all the money, get the rewards, take the horse that Justin stole. Yeah.
Right?
Would have been big. Would have been huge. Well, I'm glad you got around to using D&D Beyond with Roll20. What high level expert stuff. And any comments, questions, concerns about this so far? The two of us have never played D&D before, so
it's been a minute since I've played D&D. I've DM'd a couple times, I've played a few campaigns with some friends, but yeah, D&D is such an interesting game. There's just, depending on the mechanics you want to play with, there's a lot you can do, right? It's fun. I think this is a cool way of showcasing that.
All right, I gotta stitch your two parts together after my technical problems, but all right, I'll see you on Wednesday for Solaris Knights.
That's right.
It's gonna be a good one.
Big mech action.
I know.